50 miles, 50 miles, get ready.
We've got a bandit. 025, 39 miles, 35,000.
House spike.
Change to 15 pounds. Spike 29, 1 o'clock.
Is that just radar splash? No, we've got an aggressor,
Spike, 1 o'clock.
Alright.
And spike, 2 o'clock.
Firing.
Cap turning into the hostiles, into the guys on the right.
Missile.
I'm breaking left.
Hot. Break left.
I'm concerned of their distance.
I'm firing on them. Tally.
Missile. 12
Cap
o'clock.
3.
Break left.
Close.
Ominous breaking.
Spike on our nose.
Fox 3, 2 times 2 out. I'm getting out of here. Rage, you gotta take those bombers.
I'm firing missiles at me here.
Shit, what do we do, guys? What do we do?
Just split us for now. I'm heading 100. I'm gonna get speed and then I'm gonna turn back around.
Break left.
I have the visual on the missile trails.
I'm going in for ACM.
Visual comms coming.
Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. We are belting through the Cold War campaign. Everyone's really enjoying it and it's just cool. I actually really look forward to turning up for this. Day 8, defend the fleet. Right, so because a lot's going on and the briefing is getting increasingly complex, I'm going to go through the campaign first of all. Since last mission, day 7, the Blues have gained a Patriot's SAM system, and you can see that around Batumi. So we've secured Batumi, we've got men on the beach, we've got tanks on the runway, and we've got that secured. That's good, it's a gain. We've also gained ourselves an E2 AWACS, that is on loan from a friend. We must not lose it. It is very, one sidewinder will take that thing out, and then we're in a real world of hurt. And obviously we're going to use it. It's going to help with our IFF problems and all sorts of other problems we're having because of this crazy dynamic campaign. Next, Red Fleet have halted from the Day 7 attack. Day 7 attack, we had some heroes in a Vigan, and they shot the Red Fleet, if you remember, and that stopped them in their tracks. They know if they come any further, they're going to have repeated Vigan attacks, which they're struggling to defend from. So the hostile fleet is all now in that box. That is our U-22A ELINT return box. So the hostile fleet is in there, all spread out in that box, obviously. Okay, which is 150 miles away from our fleet. Next, the blue, because that fleet is now stopped, the blue fleet can come back. It was 400 miles away or 300 miles away. Day 7, it's now 120 miles away. It's on its way back to Batumi to hide in the Batumi SAM site. Problem is, it hasn't quite made it. Not yet. They can only go at 20 knots. They're big aircraft carriers. So they're still 120 nautical miles out, and that's what Day 8 is all about. Intel. This comes from Herman the German, who's infiltrated the Soviets. Red are launching an anti-ship strike with 5 times Tu-22 backfires, each of them carrying 3 times Kitchens. Kitchen is a KH-22.
22.
We had a massive, it's a massive missile. It's as big as an F-18, that missile. And we had to go with them. We're going against them, but we had a mission where we were flying with them. And they're amazing missiles. They're 150 mile firing range. Say that again. 155 mile firing range, 80,000 feet. God knows how fast. And they will absolutely, even if we've got some SAM defences at the fleet, which we have, it will, you don't want to know how bad it was in the simulation, but they will obliterate our fleet, I can guarantee it. If more than kind of 3 or 4 get through. The information is they are attacking the ships at 16:30 local time. Set your watches by that, because we've got to be in defensive positions ready for that. They're not going to wait for us. As well as that, the current Soviet premier wants to ensure that these Su-22s make it through. So they're firing at us a 3-way pincer. One prong of the pincer is the Tu-22s. One prong of the pincer is, and they're going to try and coordinate, it's all at the same time, a flight of Su-33s from the carrier somewhere in that ELINT box. And another end of the pincer is going to be from Sochi. That's their main flanker base. Su-27s, a flighter from Sochi. So they're going to come at us at a trident. Now, we don't actually know which azimuth the Tu-22s are coming from. They've kept that secret even to Herman the German. So they're coming from the northern hemisphere. That's all we know. It could be left, it could be right, it could be 45 degrees left, right, no idea. So think about that in our planning. Okay, our orders. Takeoff, Batumi 3-1. Note 3-1, not 1-3 for the takeoff. 2, ferry to waypoint 2. Waypoint 1 is at Batumi. That's to help anyone who's got TACAN problems. I think the Hornets are bugged with TACAN at the moment. So you can use your INS now. To waypoint 2. Waypoint 2 is the fleet, but it's only roughly where the fleet is because the fleet is moving. 3, refuel. You can either refuel from the 4 tankers that are up there, or if you're struggling with that, comms issues or whatever, you have got a carrier you can go and land on to refuel. If you can't do either of those things, then just be really careful with your fuel and you'll probably still be okay. You just won't be able to do any burning. 4, defend the fleet from the bombers and the kitchen trident. We've talked about that. From the bombers and the kitchen. So its priority is defending the fleet, not shooting down baddies. Shooting down baddies comes down second. 5, protect the AWACS and the tankers from the flankers. If we lose them in the campaign, we lose them, and that means we don't get them back. And then things get real ugly when we've got 1 tanker left and no AWACS. After we've done that perfectly, we're going to return to Batumi 1-3, TACAN 16 X-ray, INS waypoint 1. 7, if we can't land there because you've got problems, you can divert to the right-hand carrier Gaylord, TACAN 11 X-ray, ICLS 12, but only if you have to. Remarks and restrictions. The 120 miles from waypoint 1 to waypoint 2 is close formation, so sexy. Anything further from there will be spread open formation, 0.25 to 1 mile separation formation if you're choosing. For the entire mission, we're imposing a 6G soft limit acceleration limit. The reason is we do not want to corrupt our INS systems. Now, it's a soft limit, so that means you are allowed to exceed that in combat. Nose is warm. We want to make ourselves look as big and puffed out as we possibly can to warn them off. So, as soon as we're taking off, radar's on, air brakes out, wheels out, everything you can to make a big profile to scare the hostiles away. We're doing the opposite of hiding today. No altitude or speed remarks or restrictions. Your flight lead will sort that out. There's no visible nav fixes today. There are other ways to nav fix these jets, but I haven't learned them and you probably haven't learned them. So there's no nav fixing today, which means be really careful with your nav system. Expect up to 2 miles of INF drift per 30 mins of flight time. And this will be a big mission. It might turn into a 3-hour mission. That could mean up to, 12 miles, assuming that you don't go above 6G, which you probably will. So probably more than 12 miles of deviation is possible. That means when you're landing at Batumi, your waypoint could be 12 miles away. Take this into account. Make preparations for it. Considerations. Wingman visual at all times except in combat. So, in the entire waypoint 1 to waypoint 2, you will always be looking at your wingman. That has to be done in real life and it has to be done in here. Same thing when you're going towards the enemies. When you're firing missiles, it's not relevant. Okay? 1 instrument rule, you all must know that by now, so I'm not going to go over it. You can respawn if it's a formation collision or a disconnection or something, along those lines. We will know the rules by now. Only other thing for me to point out, I better go through a few things. Batumi runway 13 is the landing. It's a magnetic course of 119. That's what you'll plug into your TACANs for landings for if you want to land the Tomcat or the other one, the Hornet. The F-15 has ILS, so you can do it by ILS. And that's a true course of 125. TACAN 16 X-ray. The tankers are shown there with their game names, with their GR names, with their Angels in thousands, with their TACANs, and with their VHF AM. The E2 is there. It's 251 megahertz, 251 megahertz AM. Sorry, yes, AM. I've tested it. Its detection, this is important, so pay attention. Its detection range of a bomber, i.e. Tu-22, is 230 miles. Those bombers will be coming from 400 miles away. That's how I've programmed it, to try and keep it realistic. So they will detect them at 230 and they'll detect a fighter at 150 miles. So when we're planning interceptions, bear that in mind, okay? The main thing that's going to mean is let's not go after the bombers when they're 400 miles away, because the fighters could actually get behind us in that case before they're detected. So it's something to bear in mind. GR Fleet, TACAN 11 X-ray, ICLS 112, they're on a westerly course of 20 knots. Only other thing to point out is our points. This is relevant to all fighters today except the F-15. An IP East is a rendezvous point for the East group. An IP West is a rendezvous point for the West group. It's somewhere after your first initial contact you go to meet up with the rest of your buddies and to do chainsaws. Without that, it'll all fall to pieces. So everyone get the correct IP set. The northeastings, lat longs are in the sheet on the right. And the defended point is a general point to point you in the directions of the hostile. Put that in as your defended point, or however you want to do it in the Hornets. So that's Rio's job. Get that done. Right, that was a complex briefing, I'm not going to lie. But make all the notes you can and start with the questions.
Question?
Send.
Oh, damn.
Okay, is the weather still bad?
The weather is bad, terrible as last time. The storm is still going, but at least the wind is good.
Does Hammer have IP?
Oh, God.
Pardon?
What does Hammer have as regards of IP point west?
Right, so we need to decide that now. So, Hammer, should we go west?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then my follow-up question is, how do you tell the Rio to do that? Do you have to tell them all the coordinates?
Yeah, you do. It's a pain in the arse, but it's actually really easy. You can do it all on the ground pretty easily. It's really self-explanatory.
All right, so I'll have
Should we
them do
loop them in
IP
from-
west on the ground.
Could you load them in from the F10 map?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can type them in, or you can load them from the F10, whichever's comfortable for you. It's all done by the gesture menu, and it's really self-explanatory.
Okay, mission start
Waypoints
time.
If the waypoints are preloaded, then the jester has access to them through the.
Well, unfortunately, the IP and the DPs are not. I'm not preloaded, so you
Yeah,
don't.
those
start
aren't going
doing-
to be preloaded.
So we'll make sure everyone's got them before we take off. The game will start at 15:45, so we've got 45 minutes before they attack. Gives us quarter of an hour to get ready on the ground. Half an hour, bucket loads of time.
Last question.
Mm-hmm.
Order of lineup on.
Runway. All I care is that Hammer will have the F-18s at the front. Then we'll have Buick. Then we'll have Wildcat. Then we'll have Hammer. Hammer at the back. Wildcat will be taking Dagger's tanker today. Oh, Rage. Bloody hell, we're looking for a leader.
Roger that.
We're taking west, right? Or are we taking east?
Cap Trash, confirm fleet direction, west or east?
It's heading right, so it's heading east.
And how far behind the fleet is the AWACS, roughly?
About 20 miles, roughly. But the AWACS is actually static because I couldn't get it to move. So the fleet will move away from it.
Are we allowed to refuel on the carrier?
You are. I mean, it would probably work out easier to tanker, but if you want to refuel on the carrier, you're welcome, and you are welcome to use ACLS, so you don't have to do the landing yourself. That's all up to you guys.
We should take IP east now that I think about it.
Why is that?
Because it's in between where all the action's going to. I want to be closer to it, right?
Well, Hammer should be in west and Wildcat should be east. Like a pair of Tomcat in west and a pair of Tomcat in east.
If you want action, go to IP West. That's
okay.
That's
and then we'll keep west.
That's a cheeky little thing. Okay, so that's that, guys. Could we do a swap seat? Sorry, go ahead.
Since we have the shitty weather, I would advise that the Tomcats split in two among their flights. Have two covering low and two covering high.
That's a good idea.
Have the high go in first because they will bait anybody up high first. And if we shoot missiles at them, as history has taught us, they like to dive for the dirt. So I'll have guys on the lower end possibly be able to pick them up sooner than the guys on the high while they retreat.
It's a good idea. And remember that really thick cloud will affect your radar too. So just bear that in mind. Yep. But I'll be happy with that. So as we go to attack, as we see the enemies, we'll split too low, too high of each group. That's fine. I've put in now what's going to happen. I'll give you a little heads up. Some of those kitchens will get through because they're programmed to get through. Okay, not all of them, but some of them. Assuming even if we shoot all the hostiles down, and that's going to mean a really sexy chase where someone has to go and chase those kitchens down at 80,000 feet. That was what I wanted the F-15s for because I don't think anything else can do it, but. That's fine. We just haven't got enough spare people for it, have we?
I can go as an F-15.
It's up to you. I'm just thinking, if one of those suddenly kitchens get by, we'll see it on the data link, and we go chase it. Well, you're not going to catch up in an FA-18. I figured a stripped down F-15 would be probably the best. I mean, it's up to you guys, whatever you think. That's what I don't think a big clunky old F-14 is going to be able to do it.
If they're the same anti-ship cruise missiles that the Bear drops, I've shot those down with a Tomcat before.
Maybe we can.
They don't go that fast. If they're cruise missiles, they're not going to be going super fast.
No.
So,
Not cruise, they go like the clappers. The KH-22s are like 1,000 knots, I think.
oh shit! Then fuck.
Yeah, about Mach 2.5, Mach 2 or 3.
oh my god.
I just googled them.
Venus get a chance of catching up.
Not really. Max speed on the KH-22 is Mach 4.6.
Yeah.
And it maintains that the whole way, 150 miles.
No, it got to slow. Once the engine stops, it'll get slower and slower until its terminal velocity. What I remember is the F-15 was the only plane in history, I believe, that was not designed but configured to be able to chase those things and shoot them down.
Right.
So that was just my thinking. Again, it's up to you guys. I don't want to force anyone to an F-15, but that's there. Just as a side note, the little purple arrow from Batumi is the Hellhounds plus 4 times other PMCs assaulting Copiletti. That's going to come up on Tuesday and Friday for the armour guys. So we're making a big push. So we know who's going left and who's going right. I was just wondering if we could swap Rage for Sly and have Rage lead our group. Have you got any objections for that, Rage?
No.
Okay, I'm going to do that. So Tail, you're relegated to number 4 because I'm trying to get a super group for the camera. Sly, you're in Wildcat, and you guys can choose who wants to lead it between you. I don't really care. Right, so we've got Rage leading, Cap, Signorate, and Tail. So that should be a kind of sexy-looking group. Right, guys, is anyone not know whether they're on IP East or West?
What Hornets doing? Have we decided, or are we going to be floaters?
To keep things, I mean, just in terms of the IP, and that is purely the return point. Go west, go west as you're designated. But in terms of actual combat, I think floaters, yeah, because you seem to do best like that, picking things off. I mean, the Tomcats can't kill a bad guy once they've got within 20 miles, I've found. So that is the Sabres, that is the Hornets' job, to pick the ones that come close to the Tomcats. Usually low, not always.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah, that's what seems to work. You've just got better radar for that and better missiles for it.
So what I recommend for the Hornets, we'll link up to whoever is going to the IP West, and we'll Angels 10 or whatever.
Roger, I'm not telling you which way the Tu-22s to come, but they will all come in one direction, I can tell you that. And when we see them, then we'll make the decision which group is going to go for them. Obviously, if they're on the west or the west. If they're on the east, then the east guys will go for them. So we'll make that decision once we see them to keep it all realistic. That's about it, guys. One thing, don't get suckered over their fleet against Ignore. That is a big fleet. It's active. It's full of SAMs.
Totally.
You know roughly where it is, so just watch your nails. Careful not to get sucked over, because they will try and do that, I guarantee.
No slice backs into the fog.
Oh, and someone needs to...
I blacked out, guys.
Someone, I'm thinking someone sensible like Auntie, should always have a little look round every now and then and make sure someone hasn't got through and is attacking the AWACS, because they will if they can. So us gun-ho boys tend not to look back, but someone conservative and a bit thoughtful, a little look back every now and on the data link and make sure no one's got behind us, I think is a good idea.
We'll take care of that as well.
Can keep an eye on that as well.
Yeah, because we'll be going low, and if they want to attack the AWACS, they should be passing almost close to IP.
You can also IFF and latent track wall scan.
Exactly.
Yeah, just pull behind the guy on the right. That should be good. Tomcat, hold on, shove it. Shadow, I think your flight can start taxiing over here. Alright, I'm gonna go get a water, I'll be back in 6... I'm gonna go get a water, I'll be back in 60 seconds. Repeat class? Roger. Shadow, taxi to runway.
All units, Cap, have you seen our beautiful new SAM site on the right?
There you go. Just make close on it.
Don't hit it when you land.
Very intimidating. So your flight ready to take off.
Okay, everyone, get airborne in your groups and we'll see you at the tankers.
brake set. Spoon to 80. Alright, 5-second delay between us. One's brakes up in 3, 2, 1.
Brakes off in 3, 2, 1.
Rotating.
Rotate.
Rotate a little late there, right? Rotate it. It's okay. Rotate about 125. Nope, that's way too late. Roger. Right, coming up 10 degrees. 125. It's got a lot of lift. Put your gear up. Move up. Alright, I'm on your right.
Talon, can I have waypoint 2 selected, INS, please?
Affirm, waypoint 2 is selected, Cap.
Yeah.
What's the cloud braking attitude?
I've got it at 2, range 2, that can't be
You're
right.
about 4,000, you're speaking on global, by the way.
Check it.
Thank you.
Again.
Holding
It's got waypoint 1 selected currently.
I've definitely set on waypoint 2.
Try cycling between 1 and 2 and 3. To...
Left power, 350 knots.
Doesn't appear to be working. Appears nothing you do affects my front cockpit, which is not good.
That's very odd.
Out the clouds.
What's it showing on your
Alright,
meter?
2's got visual of you, lead.
Range 102,
Shit.
magnetic bearing 254.
It sounds like when you left the first time with desynced. So
Oh dear.
that's trouble. That means that I don't know how the targeting is going to work. Okay, well it's too late now. We just have to get on with it. Guys, I'm having awful problems here, but I just need to find my way back to you. Is that you 2-3 together? Is that you 3 together?
Copy. Affirm.
Burner's going on.
Affirm.
Can I have a speed check? Because you seem to be going very fast.
Just above 350, back down to 350 again.
No, I'm chasing these guys. I'm chasing the guys at 600 knots. It can't be you.
I think it's us, Cap. Because I am visual on you behind us.
Problem we've got here is Talon changes stuff like the nav system and it doesn't update in the front cockpit. We've got desynced. It's a real problem.
I popped the flare.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything from the data link either.
We also haven't got a
My
working
screen's
data link.
completely blank.
Yeah, heat blur.
Did you set host on the AWAC?
We haven't. We've got a set. Rio, let me sort it out with him. Have you got auxiliary selected or the opposite?
It's set to standard on the data link. Frequency 3026.0. My dials are set to 026.
026. I think that's right. Mine said 30.
It is.
I think that's right.
Yeah, it's 302.6 is the E2 frequency. But I've got nothing on the data link.
Right, so we've got no INS, we've got no data link. Can our TACAN work? Can you try TACAN into 21 Yankee, please?
It's already set.
Stand by. I got it at 80 miles, so no, TACAN doesn't work.
Almost descending onto me, breaking off.
I'm going to try hopping up to spectators and then I'll rejoin and see if that
Can't no
works.
TACAN either.
11 o'clock.
Did Talon by any chance disconnect whilst you were already in the plane and
Yes, he
everything?
did.
I said you should have swapped aircraft. Yeah, usually you gotta restart after something like that happens.
Yeah, I've just hopped back in and none of the things I set are actually set still.
Okay, well let's try setting something from scratch then, like an INS waypoint.
Well, the easiest one to try is the data link. So,
Yes, Shadow.
That maneuver we do in our trainings, it's called French, right?
When you're going cold, yeah.
Yeah, roger.
The maneuver is Lima Split. Lima Split.
How's that data link looking?
I've got nothing on data link still.
Can you try selecting waypoint 2 on the INS?
Waypoint 2 selected.
It's gonna be an aircraft. aircraft issue. It's going to be desynced the whole way unless you get a new plane.
Are we setting to Overlord on the data link now?
That's still not working. How about we get rid of you and I try getting Jester to do it? Do you reckon that will work?
You can try that. I'll hop out and see what you can do.
Roger, try getting out.
Am I setting to Overlord on the data link now?
Yes, that's what I'm set to.
Everyone Overlord.
What's your RPM closing?
Angels 25.
It's about 92.
Oh yeah, 92.
Roger. Switching to steer point
Cap,
2.
should I take your slot instead of while you're sorting things out because you're currently swaying all over the place?
I've fixed it. Well, as long as I've got Jester, it works. So let me get Jester to set everything up. Talon, can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Stand by. I'm just setting everything set up, including the data link.
Okay.
If it doesn't work with me in the rear seat, I can grab the spare F-18 and leave you with just...
Yes, sir.
I've done that, and it was just the TACAM we need to do now, isn't it? So...
Yeah.
Friendly 3-ship, Bra, 145, 4 miles. Angels 26. The guerrilla group, bearing...
Right, everything's set up. You join back in, Talon, hopefully it'll work.
Great, requesting rejoin on left side instead.
Well, at least I've got INS-1.
Copy that.
I've now got some radar contacts.
Okay, we've got our data link and everything set up, so we'll just have to see how it goes. I don't know if you're going to be able to fire missiles or what. We're just going to have to see how it goes.
If,
well, Phoenix has selected master on as well.
Right now.
Let's get some formation done, guys. Let's get some formation shit done.
Hey, Tommies, what mark are you guys going? Waypoint 2. Mark. Or about 0.9. Roger. That's fast.
Sounds like we're in a hurry.
Yeah. I'm about as close as I can get without getting into your vortex, your wingtip.
Do you know the cues, the
formations
for exploration? Yeah.
Not really on the Tomcat. How about
See the leading edge of the intake, the top of the intake.
Yeah.
You'll see there's a triangle just underneath. Yeah, there's a triangle just underneath the center bar of the canopy.
Yep, I see it.
Right, so you want to put the leading edge corner of that intake, right, just underneath that triangle.
Okay, so I got to come up a little bit then.
There's a good chance. There's a good chance that my plane's not going to be able to fire its missiles because of its Rio problems. So, put me as the 4th man to fire.
Right, I've got the IP waypoint set up, so hopefully that will work.
Kill the tankers.
Roger, we'll have a go at that once we leave the tanker.
Look at that mess in front of us on the comms. That's definitely...
What's the distance to waypoint 2, Dan?
I'm calling that
51 miles.
We got a damaged Hornet, looks like from a landing. He's diverting to carrier immediately.
Landing?
Did she say a landing?
What the fuck?
Who's landing?
He must have damaged it when he landed at Batumi.
How do you damage a Hornet in landing?
Apparently you can.
Did you get those visual cues for the formation cap? If you want to try it.
I got too much on my plate at the moment. We'll do it next time.
Right,
For sure.
Damaged bird, I'm afraid. Where the fuck is tail?
I am off your right wing, Cap.
Oh, okay.
If you guys switch spots, we may be able to get some good shots, Cap, of the three other planes.
Yep. Why not? Backing out, cap, straight back.
4 copies. You heard the formation cue, right, Tail? Yeah, but I won't really bother learning it today, honestly.
Try it out. We've got
inverted triangle under the center of the canopy. Put that right on the tip of the intake, the very leading edge of the intake. Okay, Roger. Firstly, I hate these bars in the F-14 cockpit. Yeah, you'll be able to see the entire jet aft of the bar if you're in the right position. Oh yeah, I'm seeing it right now, I think. Inverted triangle all the way to the tip, so keep moving forward. Oh yeah, triangle at the tip. Yeah, we just need to get my trim going, something like that. Yeah, the trim is the biggest issue. So once we've localized on the speed, then it should be pretty easy after that.
Autopilot, Tail.
I don't know how to use the autopilot, honestly. I haven't read too much about the Tomcat.
It's on your left side, where the three kind of switches are. It's the little round one, just next to them. You just need to turn that on and it keeps you nice and stable in flight.
Yeah.
Acts like a automatic attitude hold.
I'm not using it right now.
It's only making it more difficult.
Just trim it for speed then. I'm not using it either, because it ruins your ability to make small corrections. It's good if you're lead, but it gets a little sticky, you know what I mean? And it's hard to make small corrections.
I find it's alright.
Yeah, if you already got into your wingtip vortices there.
I'm going to take your slot, Tail, because you're a bit wiggly. You can come off me.
Yeah, Roger, thank you. Yep. Backing out.
RTV's nose down. I'm going down on the power.
Tomcats, I think a group of you are going kind of far away from the tankers on your 6 o'clock. Group of 3 marking.
Oh.
Back at the runway.
Unlucky. Yeah, okay, boys, just do what you can.
I got a little out there.
So did I.
Correcting. Yeah, the power came off really quickly.
Sorry, Joe.
Cav, I've had to hop out. My HCU isn't working now for some reason.
Roger. I'll let you in as soon as I can.
Have to agree.
Alright, coming into a left-hand turn.
So as I is Red Bull Comms 124, now one on my channel, switching to 243.
Do we have a fix on the tanker, guys?
10 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
Hold on.
CM cap.
I'm going to stick on just formation looking. Who's tanking first? You two or what?
Hey, Brian, we'll come in left observation, and then we'll move in.
Should we switch to echelon left then? Because then that way it'll put us in the right position.
Hey, Brian, I wanted to do it when we were straightened out, but we can do it now, just pass them there.
Okay, 2 is going echelon left.
3 left.
4 following.
Alright, coming level on the climb.
Are you in, Talon?
Yeah, I'm in, but my HCU is still not working.
What? Oh, fuck. I think you have to go and... Oh, I really don't know what to say, mate.
No, me neither.
Just freaking up formation, I have to...
The plane's ruined. Damn it.
And we're requiring a steeper turn.
You're going to have to go get your road jet, and I'll have to try and make do on my own.
Sure. Okay, hopefully Jester will be able to do it.
Can you leave it in TWS?
Yeah.
Roger. Yeah, we're still sorting out problems while I'm really wiggly. I'm going to have to go to single player. Talon's going to go get his own F-18.
Okay, Roger.
7.
Right, so we're going for the non-lowest in altitude area.
Yes, I believe so.
Coming left. Just loosen up the formation a little bit, make sure we're in cruise. Alright.
Choose cruise.
Cruise. 3. Whistler, com check.
I'm here.
If if it was you that crashed, I suggest coming back economically because you probably won't get a chance to refuel. So come back economically.
Oh yeah, I'm 7 fuel.
Okay, my first time using Jester in combat then, by the looks of it.
He's pretty good. He does TWS nicely. All you have to do is fire. Yeah, it works good.
Right, you guys go up and get saddled on him then before we run out of time.
Okay. Time's coming down a bit. Looks like he's doing around about 350. Saddle with observation left. I'm going to take the left wing. Alright. Signori's moving over to the right basket, the position for the right basket.
Roger, Cap's keeping an eye on data link.
Looking good so far.
Hey Jester, I don't like you, and you certainly don't like me, so please just set the radio.
Oh my god, Jester's going crazy on the comm. Yeah, I have to shut him up every time I do this.
5 miles.
He just started laughing. It was like, use the force, Lou. Back on frequency. Our family trotting horse just won a race, so that's why I ran away for a couple of seconds. Nice, Dale. Good job.
Okay, Cap's finally got 121 programmed in. Should be able to tank now. Thank God.
Alright, I'm taking fuel. Cap over.
Send.
I took off with a damaged bird and crashed. Can I respawn or shall I?
Yeah, just respawn.
Isn't it terrible, Rage? He just doesn't shut up. Oh bloody hell! I am 24 nautical miles away from the tanker. Yeah, like just very quiet. All of a sudden.
Field 1-4. Alpha, check the tanker.
You done, Signore?
No, I disconnected. Gotta fix that. I've got about 1,600 pounds to go. Or just 600 pounds.
Return pre-contact. Transfer complete.
Transfer complete, Cap. Moving observation right.
Can you cancel it, please? Abort.
What's that?
Alright.
Guys?
10, Angels 10. Signore, your mission.
To me.
Signore?
10.
Have you
Cap?
have you cancelled connection?
All.
Springfield 1-3. Request rejoin.
Yep, it's canceled. You're good to go.
Technical. Proceed to
Okay, go out to 400 miles in your scan distance and look for the bad guys. I guarantee no one else is going to do it. We're all relying on you to spot these bad guys.
That's the one thing I don't think you can tell Jester to do.
Yeah, you can. I've just done it on mine, but I can't do it and refuel.
Oh, to adjust scan distance? Alright, I'll tell him.
And then use that TID to find the bad guys.
Switching to TID.
Just a bit to the right. Little left.
Scope's clean so far.
Thank you. Keep that looking.
Look, he's walking at 5 o'clock.
Cap spike.
Unclench everything, and you'll get. Oh, well, that always works for me. I usually realize I'm all tense and then just untense myself.
I've got a lot going on this mission. I've got a broken plane and all sorts of problems.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Got a lot on your plate. You're fine, Cap, though. You just started, so you're fine.
Ease it in.
Wow. PIO.
Hey.
Is that Rage?
You've taken the left wing there.
Is that mine?
We're gonna have to switch directions. I see you report, and then I do this one again.
Cap, are we waiting for the go from you before we do anything? This is Buick flight.
Yeah, but let me know when hostiles are in the scope.
Take the left wing, Cap.
Roger.
You guys are clear to cross. Rage is underneath you.
Okay, do we have a spare place on the tanker right now?
No, Cap's having a world of fucking pain.
Just observation left tail.
Yeah, roger, I am currently inbound, 4 nautical miles out.
Okay.
You can do it, man.
Got it.
In the force, Luke. This man, it's a piece of cake.
A little too much speed.
That's it, the fuel's coming.
What's the tanker speed, CRA?
Tanker speed is 350.
Copy that.
Oh, never been this fucking difficult before. Fucking thing.
You guys look trimmed. Just be super easy on the power settings. It looks like you're coming in a little hot when you come in. Looks good, Cap. Slow down. Slow down.
Never done this before. I never done this fucking going so fast. I don't know what the fuck's the matter with me.
Just cut the throttle preemptively after you join. Perfect range.
I'm getting in the basket, it's just keeping it in the basket.
You're looking good right now, right? You're slowing down now too much, Rage. There you go. Cap, you're slowing down too much.
Fucking shit.
Just look at the plane in regards to your operation.
Just I can't see the wing.
Right. Just anything that you can see
to the left.
Right. Anything that you can see that gives you the judgment of your distance to him, your closure. Cap's got it.
But then I lose it left to right, that's the thing.
Right. I look at the hub that the basket's coming out of, and then I look at the wing for closure. I just keep looking at that.
See the wing.
Gotcha. Engine, perhaps?
Shifty, what I have to do...
If it comes too far up, it disconnects.
Yeah, Shifty, what I have to do is... Sorry, Rage, what I have to do is move my head position in the cockpit with the numpad control, otherwise I can't see anything. Like that.
Losing too much speed. There you go.
Okay, 2 more £1,000 to go.
You guys got it. Just relax. Deep breaths.
Where are you, Tal?
Deep breath. Currently rejoining you guys. Just trimming me out before the refueling.
Shifty, Cap.
Go, Cap.
Have you refueled?
We have 2 birds refueled, yes.
Just you.
Returning.
Just you.
Yeah, I've refueled and Gumbo.
Can you please put your scanners to set to maximum data link scan and be looking for the bad guys?
Yeah, roger that, already have.
Thank you.
Cap, don't we want the F-18s with their data link? They've got a better range because they can pick up the AWACS.
Yeah.
Sadly, they can only set their data link range to 160 miles, so... Looks good, guys. 10 is now rejoining observation left.
Okay, I'm nearly done, boys. So hard. That was so hard today. It just shows when you're stressed from other problems, that is a hard thing to do.
Absolutely. You imagine the real freaking guys?
Yeah, I'm having a bad day.
The stress, like, oh. Though at the same time, you have some more sensation than to like what you're actually doing. That's true, but that could just, honestly, that could just make things more difficult. I find flying in real life to be more challenging than flying in DCS. Yeah, maybe. Because feeling everything throws you around.
Cap's done, I'm going to be shifting to the right. Getting their tail. Fucking hell. Do I need to abort Signore?
No, you shouldn't have to. If he says transfer completed, it's like it aborts it as well. Just check and see on your communication menu.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Got it.
Well done.
Cross underneath.
Wow, my mouth is so dry I can't even barely speak.
I have to move my head right over to the right hand side there.
It's all you, Tail. basket.
He's in TWS the standard, isn't he?
Yes. Well, it'll do it once you've selected the Phoenix. So just select the Phoenix, and then he'll do all the TWS.
Over.
Oh shit.
Springfield 1-2, request rejoin. Springfield 1-2, technical, proceed to pre-contact at 10,000. Ready, pre-contact.
Okay, I've got 400 miles selected.
Ready, pre-contact.
The problem is, even at 400 miles, all I can see is in front of me. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah, unless you can get him to ground stabilize, but I don't know if you can tell him to do that.
We're going to have to bar cap, otherwise we're not going to be able to see the bad guys coming.
Right.
In fact, yeah, we're heading north shortly, so we should get a good scan now as we go north.
Actually, guys, you should start heading north because otherwise I will just get completely stressed out trying to get in time. So just let me top off. Let me just top off. Then we'll go. I will ignore this and casually RTB to the fleet because that will go much faster for me.
Shifty cap.
Send cap.
Are you showing the north clear of hostiles?
Roger, I've got nothing on a 200-mile radar and AWACS is clear.
Roger, we're done in Hammer, so we're going to head out to IP West and hang about there. Anyone who's ready to, go to your IP point and loiter, and remember to chuck your radar north every now and then to check.
Roger. Rage? Is that you, observation rate? Observation rate, okay. Okay, I'm getting on your echelon right.
Rage, take us to IP West, please.
Never bring me the power. Coming left.
Tail, when you're ready, come to Waypoint West and meet us.
Yeah, Roger.
What heading is this going to be at roughly, Rage? I'm just trying to get my bearings.
I'm not getting it up, I'm not sure. I told Chester to set it.
So ignore it, take over, get us to Waypoint West.
Stand by. What's happening? Stand by, I'm selecting it. It's the X, is it? Yeah, 270 by the looks of it. It's the inverted chevron. Well, that's going east for me. It's west about 280, 275. Roger, 35 miles.
What, IP West, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go, let's go.
There's a friendly Tomcat.
Slow down just a tad, Rage.
5 miles.
Coming down to 90 on the power. Okay.
Return pre-contact, report rejoin.
Climbing.
Roger. Switching to initial point.
What's your fuse status, guys? 1900.
Okay, I've got the initial point set on the nose, 30 miles. Is that what you guys get?
Yeah, just about coming out to the east.
Okay, I'm going to set my defensive point up now. Stand by.
Roger, that's one of ours. Have fun. Alright, Rage, I'm saddled. For the most part. Everybody hit your missile preps if you haven't.
Okay.
I was just editing. Oh, there you guys are. Oh, trying to set all this Justice waypoints up and fly information with you guys. Seriously.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. And then hitting all the master arm buttons and shit. Yeah. Power up. Alright, here we go.
Okay, I've got my defending point closed in. 20 miles.
Yep, 20 miles from the point. Rage, come left 10 degrees. Left.
What do I suggest to select this?
How do you...
You go... I can tell him, tell him, navigation utility, select, I just pressed the wrong one. It's the top option. And then sit waypoint 2 or whichever waypoint you have it under. Got it.
You've already grabbed it from the map, haven't you? You've already grabbed it from the map, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yep, I've got it.
So it like overrode waypoint 2 with it. Perfect. There you go.
Make sure you do the defender
the one
point.
We've got what looks like a friendly guerrilla group bearing 170.
Yeah, I got the IP west. Yeah, I didn't put in the defending point either. I just assumed we'd see the enemies and
Yeah, probably will. Probably will. As long as you got the IP in, we're okay.
Yeah, okay, cool. We're 14 miles from the IP.
I've got blank scanner. Have you got blank scanner?
Blank. I gotta switch back to the TID. Yeah, blank.
Where the fuck's the enemies, man? Okay, Rage, you stay on nav, so you can do the navigation. Me and Signore will do the TID.
Is there a frequency for the AWACS for the comms?
Take us like 20 miles north of the IP and then back again, and then we'll just race track. 251 is AWACS.
251. All right, I'm switching my guard radio to 251.
Shifty cap.
Send, buddy.
Hammer is at waypoint west. We're scanning blank. We're picking up nothing. Can I confirm you've got the same?
I'm getting a notification from AWACS 230 miles out.
Sounds like them. Keep frosty.
From Saberflight is also over waypoint 3. We're doing a left-hander orbit at Angels 10, scanning for targets.
Cap, I think I got the bombers. 330 for 220 at 30,000 hot.
Yeah, sounds like them. Okay, we don't want to charge into them yet, so let's just chill.
Alright.
What was that bearing? What was the heading?
330.
Roger. We seem to be heading. We're heading.
Buddy 14. You've got the IP, right, Rage? The location?
How far away from the IP?
Just heading over it.
Roger.
Okay, I'm on the TID now, so I'm not sure.
I'm on the TID.
You can see it's a little cross on the TID. We're just about to pass over it.
Yeah, I see it.
Wicked. Let's have a point at 330 to see if we can pick it up with our own radar. Guys, are you really struggling to fly? How high are we, or is something feeling rigid?
We got 336 at Angels 30.
I'm really struggling to keep up with you guys.
We just need more speed, that's the problem. Then we'll be okay. Yeah, full mill range, and... Yeah, I think we have 170. Alright, spreading.
Shadow Saberflight, we got a group of bogies 200 nautical miles away at Angels 30. Should we engage?
All units, all units.
They're 200 miles away.
They're a little bit far away. Wait till they're 150, then we'll go for them. Or unless anyone's got a better idea. I just don't want to get sucked over that fleet, yo.
Roger.
Distance, standby.
Yeah, that's too far.
121 Shadow. You should know about it.
Suggest we head back to the IP, then next time we go north, we should be attacking.
Yeah, I mean, we need about 50 miles. We'll do a left-hand orbit here.
Roger. Hammer orbiting just north of IP West.
Buick is doing a two-ship forwards and backwards, so we've got two facing, two going up cold and swapping.
Very fancy.
Watch your speed on this turn. Coming down in speed a bit.
Stay firm.
Signori, can you do an AWACS call and just check where those hostiles are?
Yep. We have a single group. Stand by. He's not saying it. He's 320 for probably about 160 miles.
Hostiles, are you guys seeing that on scope? 090. Oh, it's probably friends, it's friends, it's friends, it's friends, it's friends.
Yeah.
Must have been the couple of guys that crashed, that's all.
Yeah, that's just Chester. IFFing. 320 for 160, 30,000 hot.
Sorry, say again, I've missed that completely.
332 for 160, 30,000 hot.
Do you think we should go for it? I think we should go for it, guys. I'm gonna call, right, I'm gonna call.
I have them hooked.
Stand by. All units cap, hostiles now 150 miles north. Engage, engage, engage. We'll sort out bandits as we go.
150 miles, 30,000.
Let's do this, boys.
Alright. Full mill and spreading.
All groups read back, please.
Copies moving to engage. I have them hooked 150 miles away. That's so. I love this radar.
Okay. That combat spread, I'm burning for a couple of seconds, just bringing up the speed.
Alright.
You got it, Shadow?
Spreading out a little bit.
Thank you.
From left, right.
Cap.
He's off my like 10. Cool.
Up on it.
Shadow switching to AWAC.
All units cap, hammer are going for the guys at 330 for 140.
This guy, 320.
Yep.
Dangerous, 30, 133 miles.
Yep.
I have him too.
Last round's on.
That's in.
I'm gonna close it.
Picked up at our 11 o'clock, 2-9.
these the bombers or the fighters?
These are the bombers. They've got no nails. They're the bombers. They've got no nails. Fighters on the right. See those 2 9s on the RWR.
Hey, firm. Should we go for them?
Stand by.
And just let Rage take the bombers, or?
All units cap. All units cap. Hammer are taking the bombers at 320. The rest of you guys get those nails. MiG-29s at about north. Bombers are ours. Let's do it.
But the bombers you can probably fire at 45 and still get them. Maybe even more. Depending on what you want to do, Rage. Let's just, how many bombers are there?
5 according to intel.
Okay. Try to conserve missiles.
110 miles. How about you 2 fire to begin with and I follow up?
Sounds good, sounds good.
What's your speed, senor?
350-ish, roughly, 340. I'm not in burner. I don't think. No, I'm not.
Hundred miles.
Cap, I got you on my right.
Roger, I'm gonna stop bleeding the speed off.
With our speed, our excess speed, climb up to about 35.
Okay. 90 miles.
I have a 29 spike right on the nose too. They could have an escort.
Is that a nails?
Yeah, it just came in, but it went away.
Yep, it's there. I've sent the other boys after it.
Okay. Did you not get the one on the nose intermittently?
Negative.
It could have just been a. It could have just been a.
It might have been a bounce.
12 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly.
Cap lock.
78 miles.
I've locked them up.
Alright, me too. I'm just keeping them in TWS.
Same.
I haven't hard locked them yet.
Wilco.
Alright, well, I'm gonna fire at 45, senor, if you wanna fire at 30 or 35.
Hey, firm, Rage, you fire at 45, I'll fire at 35 or 30. I'm concerned. Oop! I just saw the flankers pop up on the TID for a second. They're closer.
Times 3.
Guys, I'm
You
just.
see those guys, Cap?
Yeah, I am.
Degrees to the right.
They're coming after us, aren't they?
They are.
355.
Rage, you take the bombers. Me and Cap can go for those
Now
guys.
he's blocking us. 5 o'clock.
What do you think, Cap?
Let me
I've only
just.
got one bomber on, so I just need to launch on him once.
Negative, he's 5 bombers.
Exactly.
He's definitely 5 bombers. They must be in formation.
Okay. Those. I don't know if they're coming for us. It's hard to tell because of the.
Negative, they've turned away from us. They've turned away from us. Check the vector.
Okay. Alright.
That's Nails. 2 o'clock.
They've turned away from us, yep.
Right, breaking back 1.
50 miles, get ready.
We've got a bandit. 025, 39 miles. 35,000.
House spike.
Currently inbound. Spike 29, 1 o'clock.
Is that just radar splash? No, we've got an aggressor. We've got an aggressor.
Spike! 1 o'clock!
Alright.
And
He's
Spike! 2
firing.
Cap turning into the hostiles, into the guys on the right.
Missile!
I'm breaking left.
Hot! Break left!
I'm concerned of their distance.
I'm firing on him. Tally, tally, tally.
Missile!
Cap Fox 3.
Break left!
Close, close, close.
Yeah, breaking.
Spike on our nose!
Fox 3, 2 times 2 out. I'm getting out of here. Rage, you gotta take those bombers.
And they're firing missiles at me here.
Shit, what do we do, guys? What do we do?
Just split us for now. I'm heading 100. I'm gonna get speed and then I'm gonna turn back around.
Break left!
I have the visual on the missile trails.
I'm going in for ACM.
Visual cons coming towards you.
Cap splash, cap
Going
splash.
ACM,
Yeah, cap
I'm gonna
splash.
back you up.
Lost the lock!
I'm turning back in.
I'm turning back in.
I've still got another one on the nose. Need an IFF.
Bandit is down.
Got one on the nose as well.
I can't tell if that's hostile or not. You see that missile fire?
Friendly, you have one time hostile on your 12 o'clock. I see from my side perspective.
6 o'clock. Missile! 12 o'clock. Hot!
I got another launch on me. Yeah, roger guys, you have some enemies quite close to you.
Oh, Cap's out. Cap's dead. Cap's dead. Good luck, everyone.
I'm split-assing, I'm getting out of there. Alright, Ranger, you still up? That's right. I'm coming back in on the bandits. With us. Got a missile, 9 miles. Splash bomb by 29. Ray gun. Box 3. Visual on the
Cap comms check. Cap comms check. Break. Cap's been to God, and I've seen. God says there are no hostiles left. God says there are no hostiles left. I've just jumped in the back of a plane for now. Please start working your way back to the tankers. Well done.
Negative. We have two 9s within the group.
Sorry, go for it. I must have had something wrong.
I've got another 4 2-9s by the looks of it. Heading 050.
What do you want me to do, Signore?
Yeah, I've got 030. 3 ships. Yeah, if you can zoom to rate 20 miles. Confirmed enemy.
You highlight him, I'll IFF and lock him.
What is fine? So we're 030. I've got it fired on by the ship.
Yep, the ship's firing on the launch pad. Turning code.
I'm locking that guy ahead. Hostile locked. Signore. That's a hostile. Switching STT. STT on hostile. Fire at red, ready.
Range 63 miles. Heavy spiteful.
Do you see that guy, Signore? Signore, comm check.
I'm talking to you on the intercom. Do you not hear me?
No, I don't have the intercom. Talk to me on this.
Alright. That's a buddy spike.
Negative.
That's a guy 2 miles ahead of us. He's locked 2 miles ahead of us.
Stand by. You confirm we've got a guy in SCT lock here?
Yeah, he's 2 miles ahead of us. That's a friendly.
Stand by.
It's a Hornet. I can see it locked further out.
I'm gonna pal him. Tell me if you see me.
Cap, I think I got him on PAL.
You take lead.
I'm coming. Tell me if you see me.
Yeah, Rage, stand by. I see you. I have one engaging. Can you confirm it's hostile, Cap?
Range 48 miles. Missiles out, turning cold.
Can you confirm he's hostile?
I can't. It's not giving me a signal either way, Signore.
I'm firing. He's too far out to be friendly.
Take it.
Ted is currently turning cold here. We got to turn cold.
T2 range, turning cold.
What heading was he at, Signore?
050.
Fuck, this is a nightmare.
Roger, that one off.
Yeah. Alright, we've lost the spike. I'm turning back in. Just zoom out that display a little bit. It looks like it's zoomed into 20 miles.
I've got 100 miles.
Visual comms, talking to that 30 times bogeys. Area up on me.
Yeah.
I just saw something out there.
It was bugged. It's now 100 miles. Right, find it and I'll lock it.
Alright, you see him?
Cap
Angel
locking.
0 out in front?
Cap locking, cap
Alright,
IFFing.
yeah, STT him. Oh yeah, 30 miles. We've got Fox 3. Hold that lock.
Oh, so you all clear?
I'm not getting an IFF off him and I don't know why.
Yeah, turning cold.
I got the he corresponds with the spike.
Take him.
Could be that that's a missile. Stand by.
There's another one on the right. Do you see that other one on the right? It's hostile.
Yep, that one on the right, yeah. Go ahead and try to lock that guy.
It's gone.
Right.
It's gone. We'll just keep on this guy. Someone else is going for that guy. 2 guys are going for the other guy.
Okay.
One of our guys has just been shot down.
I have absolutely nothing on autopilot right now.
There's a hostile, more dangerous on the right. Do you see that guy?
Yes, I see him. You want to lock him?
I'm going to lock him now.
I'm bringing the nose right on him.
Wait. Hooked and PTSD and IFF. Okay. Fire at will. I've got to
Alright, maneuvering. Looks like we
we saw the other one locked.
One friendly shot down.
That wasn't us. Alright.
They lost him.
Look on the nose.
Lost him.
Okay, alright, hang on. Let me try to pal them. Okay, I have something. Ray gun.
Hostile locked.
Ray gun.
Fire. Double bar.
Box 3.
Double bar.
Buddy.
Definite double bar locked.
Is double bar hostile?
Yes, still showing us. Oh fuck, is double bar hostile? Fuck.
Is double bar hostile?
Guys, is double bar hostile?
Hostile. Buddy spy.
Yes, hostile.
Alright. Going for side.
He's merged. You take control of everything.
That's a Hornet.
Coming code.
Oh, this is a cluster.
Buttes heading back for the tanker.
We've got no nails from anyone.
Yeah, I think everything's dead.
Can we do a 180 and see what that guy's behind us? I'll IFF him. Guys, just confirming that double line is hostile on the IFF. Fuck me sideways, no one knows.
I think it might be friendly, to be honest.
Well, I've been shooting all the double bars.
Double line hostile or friendly on the IFF? Tomcat IFF. Someone's got to know. Any Rios know that?
Somebody knows dots, isn't it? I think dots might be hostile. Not sure.
Fucking, I give up.
It's alright, Cap. It looks like everything's dead.
Guys, can we confirm that?
6,800.
Can we confirm that everything's dead, guys?
Nothing on LWR.
Super Flight, we don't have any boogies on our scope. What's our tasking?
Back to tankers. We'll meet and then RTB.
Roger.
Yeah, bit freeze back to tanker, 68 miles to go.
Have a look out to the right somewhere. You should see me flaring. If you're trying to code. Main door is 2-8.
Yeah, I believe I have you. Flare one more time. Yeah, I got you. That's what rejoining.
I'm just going to lock someone. I just want to try the IFF on them.
Here's Rage right ahead of us. Here, I'll just pal him, and then you can IFF that, right? Hey guys, what's your current location from our IP point?
I'm sending out a
flare. Fuck it, double boss friendly. It looks like we've been shooting at friendlies. Ah! Fucking video game.
Oh god, Cap.
I'm going to get a bollocking, aren't I? Shouldn't
well, now we know, that's good.
I only came in because I thought... I only came in to tell you the hostiles were dead. I didn't realise fucking...
They were still going to be fighting. Well, good news is the guy we fired at who was friendly, he notched our missile pretty quickly, so... Good evasion. I think it was Atomic. Good job, Atomic. Yeah, guys, what's your current location from IP point?
Do you have any visual on any comms around you?
I am visual on several comms, but I'm not certain.
Alright, I'm going to flare. Look for the flares.
I'll put you at INS
We're on the right
IP.
side of the formation.
Thank you. Yeah, visual. Rage, visual.
Roger. Are we landing at the carriers today, Cap?
Negative, we better go back home to Batumi for the roleplay, but I think we'll meet at the tankers and then head off together.
Roger.
Can you jettison the drop tanks, please, Cap?
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
Cool, thank you. Sounds like a plan. Sorry, it'd help if I put the master arm on. There you go.
Jettison now.
Thank you. Good job, Rage. You got 4 kills.
Nice.
Yeah, it's most of the bombers.
I got 2 fighters. Super gap before I got wasted.
You did. I didn't kill shit that time. Yeah, same. I had quite a silent evening, actually. Yeah, me too. I was just spinning around trying to evade missiles and whatnot. That was hectic as hell. I'm glad we survived.
What, guys, what am I seeing on the TID 100 miles in front of us? Is that the carriers?
Let me look at it and see what you're... You must have that Boeing software on. Yeah, the thing, Cap, that looks like a TIE fighter, that's a waypoint. That's a waypoint.
Waypoint 2, roger. Roger, roger, roger.
Looks like a TIE fighter.
All units cap, all units cap. I see some of you, if I'm reading the TID right, are flying slightly the wrong direction. Make sure you're flying towards waypoint 2 INS. Waypoint 2 INS.
Cap, we're flying towards the tankers.
Yeah, towards that, but yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, that is pretty much waypoint 2.
Everyone is flying towards the tankers, Cap.
Roger, your vectors are just weird on my TID, but it might just be me reading them wrong.
Yeah, go to... Do you know how to ground stabilize, Cap?
Stand by.
Put it into ground stabilize.
Yeah,
That's
done.
how you can see their vectors more clearly. So now you can see their vectors more
Oh,
clearly.
I see. All units cap, I'm reading it right now. Yeah, you're all good.
The only problem with ground stabilize is that it's we're gonna stay in the center, so it's only good to look at it for a little bit and then switch back.
Roger.
Yeah.
First time reoing.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. So that's how people usually find out aspects of targets. They just switch to ground stabilize real quick.
Roger.
Rage, what's your speed?
Coming down to Mach .9. Mach .85.
Copy that. I am currently doing a Mach .3, so cutting throttle.
Okay, we're 60 miles out from waypoint 2, which is the tankers.
You're doing Mach .3, I would suggest that you put your throttle up.
No, I mean Mach +3, so plus .3, so 1.3, yeah, I know.
Fuel, what's our fuel? Oh, 5,000. We've got enough to get... Oh, fucking...
We can get to the tankers and I'll just tank. I have enough for RTB.
You can get to Batumi on that amount of fuel.
Yeah, we're really high too, so we're almost Angels 40.
Do we want to change the plan and go to Batumi then for everyone, or what do you think, guys? Maybe we should just go to Batumi. We're all kind of together anyway on the TID.
Yeah, I think we should to like expedite because otherwise we would be here all day.
All units cap, all units cap, all units cap. Change of plan, unless you are literally Joker fuel. Let's go to Batumi. Let's go to Batumi and land at will, because I'm dead.
How do you die?
Because I'm a twat. 16 X-ray. Okay, Signori, I'm setting you up. Signori, I'm setting you up as waypoint 1. This should take you... in fact, I'll do home base. 135 miles off to the left, about 20 degrees. Have you got that on the INS?
I've got a Cap. I'll turn for that heading now, or should I get information with Rage?
Up to you, boys.
Yeah, get information with me. I'm turning left.
Alright.
I've got it east, kind of just right of east.
Yeah, it looks like about 100.
Gonna come slightly out to the
No, 100. Confirm runway heading is like 120 or something.
I'll put it out as global.
It is 013 or 130.
All units cap. All units cap. Just so you know, the runway heading is 13. Runway heading is runway 3. The actual course, magnetic course, 119. 119 for your TACANs. So for the course line, the course knob.
11916X for Tommy. Right.
For the course knob, we'll be putting 119 in, Signore. When it comes to TACAN.
Done. I just set it up now.
Roger.
So it's on 119, and the TACAN's reading 125 miles. Switching back to waypoint.
Oh, I can go
Actually, may I ask how I set course line in the F14?
On the turn it to nav and TACAN, and then the top right knob you can turn to the course line. Anything you want.
On the screen, on the TID screen, top right knob. Okay.
Got to have it in nav mode.
And you gotta have TACAN selected to see it. Yeah, well, you can see the course that you set. It's just you don't see the radio unless you're on top of it. Okay.
I like this idea of pilots spawning in just Rios when they die, because it means we get to do something for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And the hostile, and you guys aren't gaining anything from it. I'm a lot shitter than Jester is.
But at least it worked in terms of it didn't like bug out all of our systems and shit. Okay. Like it worked. Whereas it's totally different if a Rio leaves a jet, then it's like fuck.
Yeah, I got fucked over.
Like won't work. Look at how fuel efficient we are at this altitude. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna make it easy. Look at all our boys on our TID all fucking together. It's wicked.
Let me see that real quick.
Oh, I wonder if any...
yes.
Does anyone know if any TIDs, any kitchens made it through?
Oh, we'll have to check our fleet, huh?
Yeah, run away.
I don't believe so. I didn't see any in the data link.
Nice nailing of the bombers. That was Rage, I think it was. Just powered missiles in there.
Good job, Rage. I got 4 of them. I wonder, wasn't there 5? So somebody else got one of them then, or one got through.
I don't know.
One got just past me, and as I was turning around, somebody foxed on it and killed it. Okay.
Static got a kill.
Nice.
Static comms check.
I'm with you.
You got a kill, well done.
Charlie got 2. Rage got 4.
You boys don't count.
Dick when you rage. What a dick.
Beautiful. Well done, everyone. Wouldn't it be great if it turned out I was the only one that died?
Apart from the formation crashes, know that there's another person that died as well, actually.
Roger. Fair enough. There's a lot of bad guys
somebody
now.
Somebody went about Angels 10, and then I think they got shut down by the ship's missiles.
Oh, yeah, okay. It was hard. I told you it was going to be a hard mission, boys. But we did well. I'm slightly worried about... There's someone left out there, Angels 40, behind us. Do you see that, Tignore? That's a person.
That's Tail.
Tail, what the fuck are you doing back there?
No, wait. I am currently off your wing range.
It's not you, then?
Yeah. Who's that? Yeah, I see that, Cap. Is that one of the bombers?
I've read... No, it's not... It must be bugged. It might mean me lagged out when I died because it's got 0 velocity. It must be a bug. Right, distance 90 miles. We're getting there. We're slowly getting there.
I just overshot a little bit, right? formation for you, Cap.
I can film outside while being in your cockpit.
Yeah. Okay, I have to open the door.
Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna try a straight in formation landing.
Fucking hell, guys. That is dodge, dodge, dodge.
I'm down. We can do it 2 by 2.
I'm going to set your TACAN up now. Oh, you've done it. 1-6 X-ray. Well done.
2 by 1.
Yeah. I had Jester do it.
Confirm it's reading about 90 miles.
Of course. I'll have to check.
82 miles for me.
Beautiful. Well done, guys.
Just getting aligned on the radio here.
I apologise for the guy in front of me who I keep spiking and can't seem to stop spiking.
Cap.
Send tail.
Yes, what happened? My tracker destroyed and the game completely crashed on me.
Oh, got it. Just get in a new plane and come and join us for the landing.
Yeah, we'll do.
Tail, if you move right side.
Tail just crashed out. He'll come and take off and meet with us again in a minute.
Oh shit.
That's alright. Happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Us flying right man. Rage it must be.
Yeah, for assault.
I've never managed to sit in the back. It's so relaxing and lovely in here.
Cap, I'm currently sitting in your lap, so it is.
Yeah, you kind of sit higher than the pilot.
Yeah,
so
cool.
It's like you're sitting on top of the plane, yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot easier as well where you've got that formation queuing.
Oh yeah, I'm putting that inverted triangle right on the tip.
Oh, what a day, boys. What a day. That was a hard fight. That was. Really worked for that, didn't we? All through that, everything I was doing, I was struggling today.
We worked through it though, and it turned out good. We only had about, hopefully just 1 casualty. And,
2.
Roger.
Had 2?
Yeah, at least 2, I think.
Well, that's not too bad, considering how many targets we destroyed.
Yeah, I'd agree, and bearing out how tough friendly fire was.
69 miles, we're going to come off the throttle. I'll be slightly above idle, and then we're just going to descend.
Does anybody let me know when you're...
to me.
I'm off the throttle now.
Say again?
QFP about 2 me, has anyone got that?
Was that...
Say again?
Call the tower. Call the tower. He'll give it to you.
Such a nice person, Senor.
2982.
Oh, that's what a smart person would do.
2982.
A smart person would actually just use the radar altimeter, but hey.
Smart person asks.
No, a smart person would definitely get a QFE in this situation.
29.89 over to me.
Hold on.
29 or 82, Cap?
2989. Feed it in.
29 or 89. Alright, I just lost Ray.
Oh, I can do it here. Stand by.
No, you can set it. Oh, separate.
2989. Beautiful. So I am useful.
It's a separate one.
Oh, boo.
Alright, I won't worry about it then.
It's only like 100
I don't
feet.
need to set it.
It's like 100 feet. It's nothing.
I'm going to be flying on his wing the whole time anyways. Formation landing.
Coming down 5 degrees.
All units cap. Remember, to do this landing, set your TACAN up, and for every mile out, you should be 300 feet. Every mile, you should be 300 feet. That's how you do this landing with the course line.
Come on, right, Senor. Yeah, roger.
Okay, Signore, this is an IMC landing test for you.
500 feet.
Alright. It'll be good for my...
I'm gonna...
How do I push the TACAN to my HUD? I haven't flown this FH in ages.
There is a button on the left of the thing. Fuck.
Be sure you're not in air-to-air mode or air-to-ground mode.
Got it.
There you go.
Alright, we're on the radio, coming level.
Essentially nav mode, yep. Alright.
Radar looking good, boys?
Gotta trim this bitch out.
51 miles, 51 miles.
So this is if the line's on the left a little bit, we should be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I keep it central, but if it's just a titchy bit on the left, then yeah, that's fine.
Right, doesn't it? Yeah, I am.
Okay, do a little more. A little more.
Oh, in the same. So this is if the radio's on the left, that means I've got to come left a bit, does it?
Yeah, if the middle line's on the left, yeah.
Roger. Just prepare to use the DLC as soon as you put your flaps down as well, senor.
Okay.
Lift.
Alright, yeah, just do one of them at a time. Like gear, flaps, there's just one of it.
Yep. And this is going further left.
Could be because we're getting closer.
Roger. I always thought that it meant that the line was me.
Being free on approach,
It means that I'm left. It means the runway's left, is it?
Shadow 12 nautical out.
Well, it's nothing to do with the runway. It's just the course. It doesn't actually know about location, that line.
So 13 miles out. So 2. Yeah, but the way we've lined up with the TACAN station, the runway should be pointing in that direction, shouldn't it?
Yes, assuming that your course line is pointing out at the triangle as well, isn't it?
Inspect on frequency.
The course line is pointing at the triangle, isn't it, guys?
Hey, firm.
Oh, I can see it now. I can see it now. Right, I can judge. You're doing perfect, guys. You've got it absolutely perfect.
Okay, have you guys yet entered the clouds?
Shadow 6 nautical, taking right side of runway if possible.
When we do, I want to get over close. Detail has now just left the clouds. I'm trying to find you. Can you flare a couple of times, Rach?
Shadow 4.9
Official. Flaring 2. I'm on your 12 o'clock.
7-2, 6.1.
Taking right side of runway if possible.
I'm on your Rage. Are all your lights on?
Yeah, 35 miles. Yeah, firm. They're not very bright, like, but...
Okay, altitude check.
Are the runway lights up?
5.9. 3 confirmed distance.
Where did I get my night lights on?
17 miles out.
Your maps vehicle and 6 miles out.
You need to map it.
Shadow
Okay.
3 nautical.
We're also juggling with like instruction too.
Stay free on the flight, have visual.
On my screen, the TACAN diamond's slightly right of the diamond that's showing our nose. Is your guy showing that?
Same.
Because it wants to be on our nose position.
2.5 miles.
Your range on you.
It's pretty much dead on for me.
It might just be a bug because I'm in the back.
Take between 11 miles out.
It might be.
Shadow 1 nautical.
Could be an INS difference gap between ours and Rage's jet. I mean, who knows?
Between 2 mile final.
I'll make the call.
227 miles, Angels 55.
Shut down right side of the runway.
Yeah, 2 miles out.
Saber 3 taking.
Right, touchdown.
10 miles.
Toomey, Hammer, 2 Tomcats approaching from the west, 15 miles.
Right, Saber.
Shut down runway vacated.
Should we get below this cloud layer, Rage?
Okay, we're coming down.
So our altitude needs to be miles times 3. So we're at 12 miles. 12 times 3 is, oh fucking hell, 3,600. 3,600 we should be at.
Very clear for runway.
Vehicle on, coming down.
Landed, right hand runway.
Saber 3, 6 miles out.
Welcome back, Tail.
Thank you very much.
It's gonna get really hazy, so
that's why I'm trying to
get that as close as possible.
Vehicle on, switching to left hand runway.
Come left.
10 miles, 3,000 feet. 10 miles, 3,000 feet.
Looking for park. Over about 1,000 feet too high, just corrected.
10 finals, short final.
9 miles, 2,700 feet. 2,700 feet.
Saber 3, visual runway. I'm done a little bit faster.
8 miles, 2,400 feet. 2,400 feet.
Are we gonna overhead brake or are we going straight in?
Straight in by IFR.
Oh, should I just cut across someone? Sorry,
enter the clouds.
7 miles.
Short final, right hand side of the runway.
2,000 feet. 2,000 feet.
Just circle downwards. I want to put our gear out.
We will aim for left side of
6 miles, 1,800. 1,800.
Gear out. Teddy's pulling gear and flaps out.
5 miles, 1,500 feet. 1,500 feet.
Flaps out in 3, 2, 1. Flaps. Saber 3 flaps. 3 miles out.
1,200 feet. 1,200 feet.
Still with you, Rays. Challenge on the runway. DLC.
900 feet.
on you guys. I'm on your C's clock.
900 feet. You got it.
Runways to the left, Rage. Runways to the left. You compensate on you guys. Coming left.
Airfarm, visual.
Oh, wow, looks nice. That's exactly what it looks like, guys.
Tomcats ahead of us. I'm aiming for the center of our garden.
Same, I'm going left, Rage. Katie's going right.
Puke 2 down safe on left side of runway. About to.
Alright, Rage, we're right next to each other. This looks great.
Sip.
Put the brake out real fast. Put the air brake out real fast.
23, 1 mile final. On the right side of the runway. Looks up.
Oh, guys, go long, you have it. Down behind you. Going up. Oh, Rage, that was so good. Oh my god. We had F-18 in between us, guys. Touchdown. Going down. Running long.
Well done, boys. Best flying I've ever seen.
That was a clinching moment, Cap. the trim that had to be changed when we started putting the board up. Next exit.
Did any Hornets survive?
Yes.
Can you?
All of the Hornets survived.
Can you kindly come near us and not be weird wherever you are?
Okay, we're coming.
Hornet drivers, why are your aeroplanes on fire? Why have you only got one wing?
Yeah, I know. I am well aware of that, Cap. It's because, it's a show of strength to the enemy.
Understood and accepted. Now hurry up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. Beautiful mission. Before we debrief, let's celebrate as only the Reapers can. On 3, we'll be full power and eject. 1, 2, 3.
Shifty on final, 5 miles out.
Fuck, sorry, Shifty. We haven't got F10 anymore.
Timing.
Allahu Akbar!
Oh, look at my mute for it.
I'll catch up with you guys and just watch Shifty in.
By the way, does anyone have the tag view? Because someone almost shot at me in an F-14.
That might be me. I'll go through that in a minute.
I love you, Cap.
Right.
I love you, Cap.
The Cap actually misunderstood the IFF. So
did you?
Yeah, he actually fired at friendlies.
Correction. I was only firing at friendlies. There's a difference. I didn't.
He was like, double fire was friendly, right?
I guess the tables have turned, Cap. It is really funny that you're firing on friendlies, eh?
So, right. Okay, is Auntie going to come off mic, or are we not going to get Auntie? I'm not going to wait. Okay, guys, well done. That's the most proud I've ever been. Daddy's very proud of you. That's the best mission we've ever done, flight-wise.
You're not my real father.
Absolutely awesome. Bearing in mind that whole thing was in mil-sim conditions, spread over 500 miles with SAMs and SAM boats and everything, and brilliant result against the hardest enemies, set on the hardest settings, set on the hardest missiles, blah blah blah. There's not much more I can do to make it much harder, to be honest. And we come up with beautiful, perfect results. Right, so apart from me, was anyone shot down? Wow, so it was just me that got shot. Unbelievable.
I think somebody else was shot down. I'm just looking in the tab.
Yeah, he may have left or somebody, so yeah.
Okay.
Maybe one extra, but yeah, 2 casualties
Still,
against that
really
force, it's acceptable.
It just shows we've ramped the difficulty up massively, and everyone's just got massively better. Like, there was no way we could do these IFR TACAN landings like 2 months ago. We'd all just be twats and just crash into each other. And fuck's sake, we had Signore with a TACAN landing in that weather, in fingertip formation, landing with rage. That's how good we're getting now. It was
the whole time, baby.
I just don't know what to do to challenge you anymore. Literally, unless I put 200 mile winds on, I don't know what to do anymore. Right, so pretty perfect. I know there's obviously formation collisions. No, we don't care, because we expect that. That's just a thing we expect with where I force you to formation, so don't worry about that. Right, I have no idea what actually happened there. So we'll go through Hammer first. Rage, do you want to take that?
Yeah, well, we had a bit of struggle on the tanker, but after that...
Rager rubbish. Let Cap do it. I'm going to sex it up. Okay, we took off. Already, my day has just been filled with technical problems throughout, but even taking off, we had problems with Talon. It's not here anymore. It's still here.
No, I'm here.
Yeah, well, I think his computer crashed when he was in my Rio or something like that, and it screwed it up, so I no longer had control of the Rio functions. I couldn't set the radio, I couldn't set TACAN, I couldn't set nav, I couldn't set date link, anything. So my entire formation flight was just trying not to crash into people and trying to fix this problem. Then we got to the tankers. Rage, he tanked okay. He got there. Signori tanked perfectly, and I was just so stressed out. I was really struggling, but I got it done. And then Tail got there late. He had a crash or something weird in his weird Swedish family, but he got there in the end. Did it. Did that, and then we went to IP West exactly like I told them to, and I think you lot did as well, exactly like I told you to. It's all difficult now. There's no F10. We got there just about, and we did it all in time as well, because just as the enemies were coming, and like I said, they weren't waiting for us, they were coming with or without. And so those enemies came, we got hold of them. We charged at the bombers. I made the mission, obviously, so I knew that we were going at the bombers. I just wanted to make sure we got them. And we got through. We had to, this is my moment. We had to sacrifice someone in the group because the flanker, we were ahead of you. We must have been ahead of you guys a bit because the flankers who were supposed to be going after Buick switched to us and just started pummeling missiles into the side of us. So I just turned into them and just charged them to try and get their attention. And I did take two down, to be fair, one in ACM. And but I heroically died at the same time. And then
sacrifice Cap.
And then I went to I went to God mode and spectate, and I didn't get any comms, but I was just watching Rage dismantle the bombers, which he did really well, which is nice. I did see 2 kitchens be fired, but I didn't get to track their progress, so I'll check them on the replay. But otherwise, I think we stopped the assault. I'm pretty sure. And then
we have 3 KH-22s that got in amongst the fleet, but they were all shot down by the carrier.
That's exactly what I thought. 3 it can handle. Any more than 3 get through because it confuses they can't fire enough missiles. So beautiful, absolutely perfect. And then on God mode, it showed no hostiles there. So I thought, right, okay, well, I need to contact you guys and tell you no hostiles so you don't shoot each other. So I jumped into Signori's backseat. I told you guys that there was no hostiles, and suddenly we realised that I was wrong, and there was actually a bunch of hostiles left. And so I thought, shit, and so I wasn't really prepared for this, obviously, and so I became his Rio, even though I was dead, and I started shooting anything I could see with a double line on it. Now, it turns out, despite me doing a 90-minute video on this, the double line is actually a friendly. So I was going around helping the hostiles and shooting you guys down. Amazingly, I'd managed not to shoot any of you down, which was lucky I'm a shit shot.
Testament to your skills as a Rio.
No, well, Cap, I almost crashed into the water trying to evade you.
I was just pumping Fox 3s out of you. That's so.
That's interesting, because after you called no enemies, Jester said to me, missile incoming, and I had a missile incoming, so I had to evade it.
I didn't do very well. So I got shot down, then I misread the God mode, and then I just started firing at you all. So go suck a lemon.
Cap was
1 o'clock, break right.
Shooting against friendlies.
Yes, basically. So anyway, I just became the Rio then. I think it's actually quite a good idea. If guys that die can become Rios, it keeps you involved in the game. And
you're competent enough.
So long as you know what you're doing as a Rio.
Looking on the TAC view, Cap, during that engagement with the Su-27s, it looked like you fired one of your missiles went and hit the ship, the T2, the
tanker.
And then the other one went for a 27, which notched it.
Fucker. Well, how did I get 2 kills? It says I got 2 kills on the...
A friendly kill.
you would have got them from the first 2 that you shot down.
Okay, good.
Now, friendly kills count as losses on the score sheet.
Yeah, they do.
We didn't
we didn't kill anyone. Yay! Thank God. God likes them.
You didn't even fire at them.
Okay, let's power through anyway, guys. After that, the guys did really well. They got together again, bearing in mind no fucking, no map, no F10, no nothing. They managed to get together. We flew back to the tankers until I changed my mind. Then we flew to Batumi and did a perfect formation, IMC landing, which I don't think I've ever seen in the history of fucking DCS. So that's a first. Buick, off you go. What's your tale?
Okay, so we got airborne, took a bit of time for us to gather together, headed over towards the tankers, couple of us had an issue, so we had to respawn. Once we got set up, we got out to IP West, and then we split into 2 pairs doing long haul chainsaw, basically just to one sweeping north while the other returned south, and just did that until we started picking up contacts and moved into engage. I don't know if many of us got any kills actually, but I think we all made it home in one piece.
Perfect.
I think the only people who got kills was Rage, me, Cap, and Static got 1 kill.
I think it's because we were so far out ahead. We unintentionally got ourselves out ahead, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I fired 5 off, but none of them hit, but I had them locked.
Yeah.
Rage with 4 kills, being the MVP. I with 2, Cap with 2, Static with 2.
Did we lose any Buick?
If you count the tanks on the runway, Signori got 2.
Haha, well done, Signori.
I didn't hit the tanks, I hit the Patriots.
Next exit.
No! Why, Signori? Why did he hit the Patriot site? Why, Signori? Signori just rammed into the fucking Patriot site.
Why are those so close to the fucking runway? Why are they on the runway? I commented that earlier.
It burns well.
The plane is fine, Signori. Drive it.
Are very safe.
Drive the plane, Signori.
It's a Tomcat yet again.
We all made it back.
Made it home, home in one piece.
Wow.
I had to dodge a F-18 on the runway and managed to lose a wing in the process, but it was back in one. I got home, so
it's not an easy landing.
We're editing that out, so it didn't happen.
Exactly, never happened.
But if you look at the TAC view, Buick Flight had a really nice pairs going backwards and forwards, doing bar cap, where you guys just did a circle and flew straight to the enemy.
Yeah,
so the plan, we stuck to the plan. You guys sort of went charging in like balls in a jar.
We did get a bit excited, didn't we?
They were quite close at that point.
Okay.
150 miles.
So guys, let's continue. Everyone did a great job. We may have been a bit ambitious, but it was all good. Was there a Sabre in this? Yes, it was. Yes. Go on, Shadow. Do your spiel.
We tried to land our autos, the air start, and Obi managed to get rid of one of his ailerons.
Yeah.
And he didn't notice until we took off and we were above the cloud there. Yeah,
so it just fine. Yeah, it's not a problem.
Yeah, so he tried to stick with the realism and go back to the carrier to land, which he found impossible. However, he decided to respawn and we were at the tankers.
Yeah, that's legal.
We refueled quickly and we refueled another time waiting for Obi. After that, we just formed up with the tanker, fired up our radars, data link, and we're scanning. Some of us were scanning high, some of us were scanning low for any targets. We didn't get any, so we waited for your call and started heading north. And we got up high, and we're still scanning low and high for any targets, so they don't pass under us. And we managed to get some kills and RTB'd.
Nice, well done. Did you all survive?
Yes, I almost got killed by you, Cap.
Me, obviously, but yeah, you deserve that. I knew it was you. Right. Perfect.
A missile of love.
I've got no one to shout at. I don't know how to feel about that.
Shout at yourself and start spiking you.
Wildcat. Was that a thing still? Or I can't remember. Did Wildcat still exist? Go Wildcat, Plix.
Oh yeah, but also thank you, Talon, for joining our safe.
Yes, you're welcome. I didn't actually manage to join you in the air because
I didn't notice. I didn't notice you. It's like
So what happened after I had to leave Cap's backseat? I spawned an F-18, flew in, shot a couple of missiles at an SC-33, which got shot down by someone else before my missiles got there. Shot a missile at one of the anti-ship missiles, which evaded it. Then I flew around for a bit, went home, did a nice pattern around the airbase, and landed.
Beautiful.
Oh, good job on that.
Well, any final comments on that?
Nope.
When is the weather going to get better? What does the weather report say?
I've talked about it with Wolf, Shadow Wolf, God,
Wolfhound.
And the sad thing about that, guys, is it's going to get worse. It's going to get windier.
and it's going to be nighttime.
Of course it is.
I'm not
Of
going.
course it is, yeah.
No.
I'm not
No
going,
way.
guys.
Forecast says it's getting worse.
It's getting worse before it gets any better, boys. So anyway, end of that. Really well done. We're probably not going to do as well as that for a long time. So suck in the glory of beating Russia's finest, literally. And
good job, Hornets.
Cap's not happy unless the incoming wind is 200 miles an hour.
then I'll consider it a challenge. Right, brilliant. Nothing else I can ask. If I can have my files auntie and attack view. Yeah, no, she'll send me one. That's me done. Cap out, and I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.